Hi everyone, it's Joe. Welcome back to another ramble. It is November 18th, Tuesday at 10:23 p.m., not 11. It's 10:23. Okay. Alrighty. Let's get right into it. Stuff that happened after the ramble last night. I played some more of my new soccer game, and I was gonna play on my PC, but I ran out of time, and I watched some YouTube. So nothing too crazy, nothing too exciting, but then I went to bed. I got into bed and I laid there until like 1:30, I think. I stayed up later than I should have. That's for sure. Given that I had early classes anyway. Then I woke up today at like 8:30, 8:15, 8:30, something like that. I'm still on my awesome diet of telling myself I don't get to eat until I feel like I deserve food. So I purposely skipped breakfast, and I went to science class. So I did earth science stuff. We talked about glaciers, and then I went to my science lab and I took the lab final. I don't know how I feel about the lab final, but it's only worth 10% of the lab grade, so take what I can get. Truth be told, I am not very concerned. That said, the test on Thursday for computer logic is a different story, but we'll see what happens. Typically, stuff tends to work itself out, so I'm kind of hoping it'll just work itself out. Of course, tomorrow I'll do some studying and I'll get like a cheat sheet ready, but beyond that, I'm not gonna go like insane studying like I have been for my other tests, because like these tests studying tends to not help very much, at least in my opinion. For others maybe it does, but for me personally, not really. But yeah, so I wrapped up the final, and then I would have gotten lunch because I hadn't eaten breakfast, but told myself we weren't at the point of deserving food yet, so that didn't happen. I came back here and I watched the 3 videos for next week's quantum computing class. Then I went to my computer logic class and we did review for the test, which went okay-ish. The teacher said he would post the answers to the problems for once, so I am kind of waiting for that, because there's one problem that I'm not really understanding, so I'm hoping when he posts the answer he'll provide some context that'll help me understand. But yeah, so then after that class, it was about 5 o'clock, and I decided I finally deserved food, so I went and got breakfast, or I guess dinner. So I had sushi, because Sushi Tuesday. Yeah, depression has been really bad today. I mean, it was really bad yesterday, but it's just kind of continued. Also, it rained a bunch today, so like everything got really wet, and that was kind of annoying. But it is what it is, I guess. So when I got back in my room, I called my mom, and we were talking about something, and my cousin, who's like one of the only people in my family that I like, she is on an internship right now in Savannah. Like, she's working on the set of a movie or something, which is really cool. But I was like, yeah, do you know if she'll be home for Thanksgiving? And my mom was like, yeah, probably not. So that means Thanksgiving this year is just a bunch of people that I'm not really a fan of, which is a little rough. And then that led into eventually talking about this guy that, like, I think I've talked about him before. He, like, helps me, like, get stuff. He helps, like, people with disabilities, like, get a hold of stuff. So I guess there's I vaguely remember us talking about this when I met with him last. There's a lady who can, like, help get internships. You all should know how I feel about getting an internship by now. It's just, to me personally, it's something I'm not interested in, because I'm interested in, like, 4 things in life, period. And I have zero interest in getting an internship at all. So I was talking to my mom, and she was like, well, maybe you're just, like, scared to, like, move on, like get a new, like, start something new. And I was like, no, not particularly. I just said, I don't know how many more times I have to say it. I have zero interest in any of this. And she goes, well, yeah, but what can we do to encourage you to do this? And I was like, okay, straight up. I'm like, do you want me to do it, yes or no? And she was like, yes. And I'm like, there we go. I just do as I'm told. So I will be meeting with her at some point, apparently, which will be a time, I'm sure. I wish I was passionate about, like, stuff that I could make a career out of. That would make life a lot easier. Unfortunately not, however. And or I wish I could just feel passionate about more than 3 to 4 things, but you can't really force that, can I? So yeah, then I hopped in the shower. I forgot to shave though, and I always shave before my shower, because if I wait till after, like, my hair is all wet and gets in the way. So now I don't get to shave till my hair is finally, like, dry and behaving properly, which is a little unfortunate because it's starting to bother me. But yeah, I watched some YouTube. I watched some Boondocks. I've just been kind of relaxing while my mental state does its mental thing it's been doing. So yeah. I haven't felt any side effects yet from 2 days of not eating very much. So, maybe this isn't such a bad idea after all. Of course, I know my bestie wouldn't approve, and I feel kind of bad for doing it, because I just know she wouldn't approve. But I don't know. I feel like this self-imposed punishment is what I deserve. So, I have therapy tomorrow, so maybe it'll come up with my therapist, or maybe she'll talk me into actually start eating again. I mean, I am eating, just not very much. But yeah, nothing too crazy has happened today. I know when I'm off the ramble, I'm probably gonna play, like, maybe my new soccer game, or sorry, I hear, like, music and it's kind of loud and it, like, it's distracting me. I was watching a dude play through all of the Amanda the Adventurer games, which I think I've briefly touched on. They're, like, found footage horror games, which I think are, like, really cool. So the third one came out a few days ago, maybe a week ago at this point. He was playing through all of them. I've up to the point of seeing him finish the first 2. So I paused that because I don't want any spoilers on the third one. So maybe I'll play that. Or maybe I'll play the new Otome game I got. I don't know. I don't know. We'll figure something out. We'll figure it out. I gotta say though, telling yourself you don't deserve food and then just purposely not bringing your wallet so you can't buy any is a very good diet strategy. But yeah. So we're almost 10 minutes in. I honestly don't think I have much else to talk about, so I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. Sorry for lack of energy or really anything interesting tonight. I don't know. I just don't have anything too crazy important. So yeah. As always, if you like what you're listening to, hit like, leave feedback in the comments below, subscribe and turn on post notifications to stay updated on things that I post here. Follow me on Twitter if you feel so inclined to do so for the extra posts over there every once in a while. The link for that is in the description. As always, your support means the world to me. I love you all. But most importantly, I miss my bestie more than anyone else and anything else in this entire world. And I cannot wait until I get to talk to her again. But I'll be back tomorrow with another ramble. Until then, bye.